Hi friends, welcome back to Roots and Roars. I'm Veronica. Uh, Today's episode I'm going to call Lifelong Expression Through Words. For as long as I can remember, writing has been my safe space, a place where thoughts, dreams, and even heartache could find their way to the page. It's how I've processed life, love, loss, and learning through the quiet rhythm of words that help me make sense of my world. Growing up, I was blessed with teachers who saw that spark in me. They didn't just correct my grammar or my spelling, they encouraged my creativity. They gave me permission to imagine, to explore, to express. That kind of encouragement planted seeds of confidence early on. They helped me understand that writing isn't just about the words we choose, it's about the truth we're brave enough to share. And that kind of support shaped the person I am today as a mother, an educator, and now a college student rediscovering her voice. Writing has so many psychological benefits. It helps us process our emotions, reduces anxiety, and find clarity in chaos. When we write, we organize our inner world, and that brings peace. For me, writing has been a healing journey through the joys of motherhood, the heartbreaks of loss, and the ongoing rhythm of everyday life. The page has always listened when words were too heavy to speak. But something has shifted. Now I'm learning to speak those words out loud, to share my story, not just on paper, but with my voice. That's where Roots and Roars comes in. Roots remind me where I come from, the quiet girl who found her power in the pages of a notebook. Roars represent who I'm becoming, a woman no longer afraid to give those words sound, meaning, and space to be heard. Speaking my truth aloud is a big step out of my comfort zone. Talking is never outside of my comfort zone, but speaking all of it to all of you when I have no one looking back at me to gauge the response. That's out of my comfort zone. But it's also part of my growth. Learning that vulnerability and voice go hand in hand. It's not enough to write about courage. Sometimes you have to live it. As I continue my journey back to college, I've noticed how much this love of expression shows up in my work. Every discussion, every paper, every reflection becomes a place to go deeper, to connect my lived experiences as a mother and educator to what I'm learning. I don't just write to complete the assignment anymore. I write to understand, to connect, to advocate, and to grow. And I also think if I was teaching this course, how would I make this different? What would I want to see my students put in this paper or this discussion? That's the power of lifelong expression. It evolves as we do. We started in childhood as an outlet and becomes the tool for connection, for teaching, and for healing. As an educator, I see now the importance of encouraging that same freedom of expression in children, even when there are other teachers that say they can't do that. That fixed mindset. It's not a good one. When we allow students and children to write, to tell stories, or to share their voices without fear of judgment, we're nurturing not only their creativity, but also their confidence and emotional well-being. We may not be able to read the scribbles on a paper, but they could tell you what they say. And that puts power in their hands and gives them that voice that they may think that they don't have. Because expression in any form is how we make sense of being human. So for today's journaling prompt or thought process, what story from your life deserves to be both written and spoken out loud? What message do you need to give voice today? Let the words flow, and when you're ready, speak them. Say them into the air. Feel how powerful your own voice truly is. Thank you for spending time with me. Remember, your roots give you strength, and your roar gives you power. Keep writing your truth, keep speaking your story, and never underestimate the healing that comes from being brave enough to use your voice. And go ahead and hit that like, follow, and share button for me. If I can help just one person, that is my goal. Bye, everyone.